So this is Gate Rush from playing on PlayStation, and they're just talking about. This is just a guide on multi-weapons. So multi-weapons are strong, even if it's level rarity 1, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, based on the weapon abilities, and then you turn it into a multi-weapon. Those 1 to 3 star weapons can be strong as you progress through the game. Yes, it's better to play on region level 3, but you gotta work your way up to that point, at least be level 30 or 40 possibly in the game to reach region level 3. You will start getting better loot in region level 3 and on in the game. So, talking about multi-weapons. So let's take a look. So as you see, I'm at item lab enchantment technician.
Welcome.
So when you go to multi-weapon, I have most of the weapons are equipped. There's, as you see, look at the stars. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's possible a level 9 rarity weapon in the game. That's most likely in-game content. I believe October they're supposed to have regions level up and higher difficulties in October, either middle of October or November. And December level cap's supposed to go to 70. And you have new missions, or basically more challenging regions to do for your maxed out rank. Give you something to do. I think that's the main purpose. Then we will get chapter 4. There's only 3 chapters in the game for New Genesis, and chapter 4 will come in should be December. If not December, then sometime in 2023. But it's supposed to be soon. Alright, so multi-weapons. Like I said earlier, not all rarity weapons can become a multi-weapon to gain more power. The non-multi-weapons gain more power by upgrades. Also, the non-multi-weapons, you cannot use abilities of other weapons because there are non-multi-weapon compatible. So, for example, if you see any silver perms or any perm swords, it cannot be multi-weapon. As you see here, nothing. That means they're already at their best state they could be, and they cannot be any better state than that besides your arguments that you put into them. But then you will also see that it's rarity level 2 And you see this is rarity level 3. So like I said before, no matter what rarity it is, if it's the same type of weapon, but an upgraded version of the weapon, like let's say you got a perm sword low rarity level 4, it should still say not multi-weapon compatible. It's like a collection item that you could use, but it doesn't get any stronger than that besides your upgrades. Now you see this is a rarity level 2 weapon, and you can make it compatible, like use the abilities of all these weapons here: a bow, machine gun launcher, blade, spear, wire, wand, and boots harmonizer. You could do all that just using a rarity level 2 sword of the Tazva type sword. Now, let's look at the Codex swords. All Codex weapons can be multi-weapon. It's a very powerful weapon. You press L2 on your controller to switch to your sword stats on the top right hand corner of your screen. If you're on PlayStation, you will press the bottom left of your touchpad to see what stats you got. So Codex weapons are seasonal weapons. Since depending on all the different types of weapons are in the game, you get a Codex weapon, you want to save it. You want to collect as many copies of Codex weapons you can. If you cannot, eventually collect a lot of copies of Codex weapons. There, as you see, they're rarity level 6. If you can't collect those weapons, then you would Codex, you will multi-weapon, you will first select the weapon that you want and hit the X button if you're playing on the PlayStation, the select button. And then you will select a Codex weapon that you're not using. And then you will have whatever abilities of the two weapons types you want. Let's say I want some of the abilities of the sword and some of the abilities of the wire, for example. Codex weapons are very strong weapons. They are the current seasonal weapons. And it's a good time to try to farm for these weapons, because you don't know if it would change, but most likely Phantasy Star New Genesis may keep the old seasonal weapons. Now, if you do not see it will take a while to farm for these seasonal weapons. So if you don't get another low 6 seasonal weapon, then it probably changed. But as you see, you get critical rate 20%, damage resistance 20%, potency. It already gives you an unlock potential. That's what this means. Anytime you see a on your ability details on your sword on your argument. That means you basically got a free powered up ability. That's a good thing. That means those swords are hard to get and very rare. But if you farm, it should be easy to get. But you gotta do a good bit of farming to get them. So playing on region level 3 should help with that. Alright. So press the circle button to back out of that. Now, let's look at, you see, this tether wire can only combine with sword, blade, launcher, machine gun, bow, wand, boots, harmonizer. Let's see what else we got. Let's look at the machine gun. You see the machine gun can only combine with wire, spear, blade, launcher, itself, and a SARS bow. There's no benefit in combining with yourself, because you can still get your weapon buffs, but you won't get, you just be using the same ability. So yeah, you can use the same weapon if you want, but you won't get any nice things like if you combine it with a different type of weapon. You can only combine with 2 weapons from far as I see. So right now my main build is this freest rifle. As you see, it cannot be multi-weapon. And I gotta be clear. So let's start from the beginning. Let's look for level 4 rarity stars. I want to be clear. So you see, this is a fighter sword, and it cannot be multi-weapon. It's already at the best it can be. Same for this rifle. Now you see that some of these level 4 rarities cannot be multi-weapon. But check this out. Let's look at the level 4 machine gun. It can be multi-weapon with the wand and harmonizer. So that's great news, because you can use some of the abilities of the wand, and you can use some of the summoner abilities of the harmonizer. These are both powerful builds for the gunner, so it will make your gun abilities even stronger, and it will allow you to use some of the wand abilities, some of the harmonizer abilities. So, and that's a rarity level 4. On the top right hand corner, you see it's a rarity level 4. Now, this is just a little bit adding. You see that Flexa, let me see, Fotel? That is a free weapon unlock potential. As you see, I have the level 5 version. That means this is the strongest, one of the strongest level 2 already unlocked potential weapon level 5. if you see any weapon that's rarity 4 or greater, those weapons are hard to get, but the higher the difficulty and you farm, do a lot of PSE bursts, you have a chance to get rarity 4 weapons more often. But you have to keep in mind it is rare to get those weapons. But you get them, you'll get them. You just gotta farm. Now, if you can get a rarity 4 weapon with unlock potential 5, that's the strongest version of the weapon. So let's look at the lock potential. What also makes unlock potentials neat is it's not a seasonal weapon. Just imagine getting a level 5 unlock potential, a free unlock potential, the Phexia Termina, combined with its normal unlock potential, combined with the argument. See? Power. So let's take a look. See? Critical potency plus 15%. Now, just because you see a Phexia Termina, they all have different abilities. It's basically like a random drop. It's very, very random. So let's look at this one. Critical potency plus 9. It's probably because it's not level 5. But then let's look at this one. Oh. Oops, wrong button. So these are basically, I'll call them, I said, unlock potential. They're not unlock potential, they just expect an additional random ability. So this is the Foretell level 1, but you want the level 5 version. You want the level 5 version Terminal. Each weapon only have their own specific things. So the special ability the weapon get is meant for that particular weapon from the random drop. Well, that concludes my guide on multi-weapons. You first select the weapon you want, then and then you combine it with the other weapon, like an ability you want to use, and then you just hit yes. Don't hit yes unless you know you got a spare or you are sure you want to try your secondary weapon out and see what abilities you can use with it. So, like I said, even though you got high rarity, that doesn't mean the high rarity can multi-weapon. But if you get a seasonal weapon, all the seasonal weapon codec weapons, which is this, no, it has to be level 6. Where level 6 at? Only the codec weapons, so far you can multi-weapon with all of those. Alright,